Now, this right here is that clump of tree pile I was telling you about. Now, there's a bunch of root balls in here as well. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to cut up a lot of these smaller heads of the trees and other parts of it. And there's not too much that really needs to be split. Most of it's going to be smaller wood size. Little chunk wood, which would be fine. Chunk wood's good too. But yeah, I'm going to come in here, I'm going to cut out as much as I can and cut up as much as I can. And this is the wood pile I was talking about in my other video. Now, let me turn around this way. This is the lot that they cleared out again for the second time. I'm assuming, but like I was talking to the guy, he's pretty well guessing too that somebody had bought this lot and they just came in to cut it down for him, but he's not for sure. Now, look at my glasses on, about right in here is where my blackberries I was going to dig up was, and as you can see, they came in and mowed everything down again before I could get a chance to come out here after it rained and dig up my plants that I was wanting to get. They kind of came in and mowed them down. Now there's a few places down, I don't have my glasses on, so I'm kind of in the sun looking at it blindly. But down through here across this, I guess, ditch line, I guess if you want to call it that, there is a couple places on there I saw some little sprigs where he didn't get to. And I'm thinking I might be able to dig them up if they're still feasible to replant them. But, you know, then again, if not, then it's no big deal. This little cluster, drink went down the wrong way. This little cluster, well, down in right in here, is where I got all my mullein plant from and my seed, which I got all the seed still, which I need to stick out in certain spots in my yard so it'll grow. So, and as you can see, they laid gravel from here all the way, almost all the way down the roadway. They're trying really hard, I guess, to sell these back two lots back here. And the other lot is this one here, which it's not a bad lot. There's a lot of big trees on it though. You'd have to do a lot of tree cutting, because some of these trees on here got some age on them, and the only downside of it is on this back lot back here, like the one I just showed you a second ago, there's no electric, there's no septic, so you'd have to pay to have your septic dug and your electric and your laterals, and yeah, you're talking some money for this back lot. Now, to the average individual that's, well, I would say educated, but you know, or uneducated, but for the average person, the most part, they don't when they hear lots and I can stick a double wide or I can stick a single wide on it, and they see the lot and they're like, yeah, this is feasible, we have to clear it out some. But the problem that they don't understand is the money it takes to dig a septic, to dig, you know, laterals, and to, you know, to put in an electric pole and everything else. That costs a pretty good chunk of money on top of the piece of ground that you're paying, that you're overly paying for. And yeah, it's not cheap by any means. That's why I jumped on what I did when I did, because everything was already done, dug, and set. And I mean, of course, at the time, there was only me and two other people on this road. Now it's starting to populate, which, you know, it happens, you know, what happens when time goes by. So, but I mean, it's a nice lot, but yeah, it's I wouldn't want to buy this for, you know, $20,000 and then have to pay somebody to come in here and cut all these trees out. and then stump them, and then have to pay, you know, somebody to come in and dig a septic tank and, you know, everything else, because, you know, then, I mean, you're looking at some hardcore cash then. And to be like a quarter acre lot, you know, that's a lot of money to drop a trailer or a double wide on. That's going to depreciate in value every year it sits there. Now the property might not depreciate, but it's not gonna be like a house if you build a house on it. So it's gonna be a whole different ball game. So, but yeah. This lot right here, which goes across the tree line there, back across there, all the way back up in here, this is probably one of the best lots that there is, that they have to sell or have offered to sell around here. The only downside is, like I said, there's no septic, there's no water, and there's no power. So that's going to be a drawback for whoever buys this. And, you know, they'll see the lot and, oh, I fall in love with it, we got to have it, and we're gonna now this one here is crazy price. This is like $29,000 for this lot, and yeah, I wouldn't give you 15 for it. Of course, they only pay 15 for it, so but, you know, that's how it is. But besides these two lots, this is my little wood pile that I'm going to be working on. Now, right in here, right in there about where my finger's at, there's a big old root ball there, and the trunk of a tree comes across. That's a good sized chunk of tree trunk coming across there. But the problem is, he had pushed up so much other crap up against it. It's not feasible for me to come in there and try to dig out all that dirt and crap he pushed up against it, and yeah, it's just not going to work for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut all this stuff that's above the dirt balls, and, you know, above, you know, all of the crap he piled up inside here. I'm going to cut all this up as much as possible, and I'm going to save as much of that as possible for firewood. And of course, everything that you see now, after I get done with doing everything I do, I'll make a before. This is the before video, and I'll make a after video, and that way you can, you know, have an idea of how much I cleaned out and how much I took and everything else. But it is what it is. Ain't no big deal. But y'all have a great day. I'll make a video here soon, and this afternoon, and I'll do some more jaw jamming. Alright, y'all have a great day.